Today I've got the Garrett Vortex. This is the VX9. I've had it for 2 or 3 weeks now. I've had it out to the beach and a couple other sites, and I've had it through my test garden, comparing it to a few other machines. Now this video is just mainly to let Garrett know what's going on in my highly mineralized soil, because there are other known issues out there: coin ID, machines turning on and off, people complaining there's no bottle cap reject in the beach mode, the fact that it has come with headphones and things like that. I'm not going to go over any of that stuff. I just want to go over and show you how this machine acts in my soil in both a depth test and a separation test. So just for a comparison, to let you know how this machine acts in comparison to what's out there already, I'm going to use the Vanquish 340. Unadjustable machine. Basically, you turn it on, it's got 3 adjustments, you go hunt with it. So it's a pretty dang good machine for the money in my soil, and that's going to be their benchmark for the VX9. So we're going to get that out. We're going to go over some depth tests. We're going to go over through the separation tests and see how it compares to the VX9. Now, I'm not doing this video to harp on Garrett in any way. I just want to show them how this reacts in my soil and how it does against other machines that are already out there. So let's go through those tests real quick. We'll compare the Vanquish to the VX9 to show you how it does in my soil, and then hopefully Garrett can take this information and do an update with it. So let's get to it. Okay, so I've got a 6-inch dime here and a 7-inch dime over there. They're marked with these green discs, and this is kind of the parameter I use when I get a new detector, because I have a hard time detecting. Up until the Equinox 800 came out, I had a hard time detecting a 6-inch dime in my soil. So this is kind of the parameter I go off of on a new detector. So here's the Vanquish 340. We're running wide open, sensitivity all the way up, volume on 3, and here's the 6-inch dime. Now it's up averaging a lot. But I'm definitely getting a signal I would dig there. So let's go to the 7-inch dime. A little bit tougher. Most of the numbers I'm getting are negative, but I'm occasionally getting a 20s ID and that high pitch, especially right there. I would probably dig that. Got the Vortex here in its pre-update state. One of my biggest concerns that I've had so far was, well, aside from the coin IDs, is the performance that I'm getting in this mineralized dirt. So let's go through. We're going to test a couple different modes for these coins, and like I said previously, they're a little hard for a lot of machines to get. Obviously the Manicore, the DS2, the new multi-frequency machines have no issues with them, but single frequency machines really struggle and cannot get them. So okay, so we're going to run sensitivity at 7. If I go to 8, I'm getting a little bit of background chatter. I don't want that to affect the performance. Volume 3, iron volume 5. We're in multi-frequency. I'm going to run in frequency 1 right now, since we know that is one of the better frequencies. Recovery, we'll try 2 and 3. Try 1 too to see if it changes anything. But backlight is off. Headphones are not paired. I don't need to worry about that. We're in 5 tones. Okay, for our iron resolution or iron discrimination, this goes up to 39. We're going to leave it at 0 because we want it opened up. Bottle cap reject, we're going to leave it at 0 again because we want it opened up to get the max depth. And then this is your iron boundary. This is for your bigger iron. It goes up to 5. We're going to leave that at 0. So again, so that we got it opened up, and then you got your iron audio and run that off. So let's go with this and see what we can get on this 6-inch dime. We're running 0 mode, multi-frequency, sensitivity at 7. So I mean, it pretty much calls it iron. all their way around with those settings. So I'm gonna do a couple things here. We're gonna run the recovery down to 1 first off. Let's see if that changes anything. Obviously, probably getting about the same performance there. Let's go up to 3. See if that helps in this mineralized dirt at all. I mean, not really, you know, probably really not going to stop for that. And then the other thing we're going to try, let's see, I'm going to go back. We're going to try fast mode. Leave whatever the stock settings are in fast mode, see if that makes any difference. I mean, still pretty much calling the thing iron all the way around. So, now this is one thing that I said was probably going to be an issue, and it really kind of is already. This thing's got a thing that doesn't allow it to twist, but these cam locks, I've had it out at the beach, and I think they're already getting gummed up because I can push down and the thing slides down. So that's something that may need to be addressed in the future. And then here's our 7-inch dime. We'll go fast. And you can see on the 7, it's just total iron all the way around. Now the one thing I'm going to do is we're going to change back to 0 mode. And let's roll our recovery down to 1. We'll try 1, 2, and 3. I've got something over here that's making the machine go off, but pretty much a no-go there. Whoops. Let's go up to 2. Occasional click. Go up to 3. And just really not even a possibility. So we'll see what happens with the update, see if we get some depth improvement. All right, and then this other test, now I've done this against the Manicore once. Things might change a little bit as far as being able to detect goes, but just a quick rundown. These are coins that were placed in an iron patch randomly. So I just took a drill, drilled down, placed 5 dimes in here to see if I could find them. And here's the first one. Which the Vanquish 340. I mean, a lot of negative numbers. Like I said I think in my other video, don't know that I would dig it, but there are some dime IDs coming up there. And this one's got a big piece of iron off the side. I don't think any of the machines I tested could get this. That's number 2. Number 3 is here. And I know that the Vanquish can get this in at least one direction. Right there. Nice clear dime ID. As we circle it, it eventually gives out. And then here's number 4, I think was back here. This is a tough one. I don't think any machine I tested could get this. And then here's number 5, which is probably the easiest to get. Getting some dime IDs. Vanquish will stay with it most of the way around. couple of places it gives out, but actually not too bad for a $240 machine. Now I'm at the buried target test area. We'll go 1 through 4, and right now I'm in 0 mode. Sensitivity at 7, recoveries at 3. I don't think I'm going to try lower recoveries because it kind of negates the point, and we're already getting some, you can hear that, some interference, so we're going to have to go up and either change frequencies or lower sensitivity. Gotta go back. There we go. 2 is still getting some. 4 is good. Okay. Yeah, we're going to lower sensitivity. Better to lower it in iron anyway. There, we're not getting any interference. Okay, so here's the first target. A lot going on there. If you look at the trace, I mean, there's targets all over the place. You know, kind of like the Vanquish. Yeah, maybe you'd dig it, maybe you wouldn't. Here's the one that's really difficult because it's next to big piece of iron. Not going to get that. Here is target 3. You know, if you remember, the Vanquish could get this in one direction. This machine cannot get it. Here's 4, which nothing can get. And then here's 5, which the Vanquish can get most of the way around. Get an occasional ID for a dime right in that area. I'd say definitely not as good as the Vanquish in that regard. So now we're going to go to a different mode, and we're going to go just flat out fast mode. With whatever stock settings it has. And here's target 1. I mean, there's stuff going on everywhere on the screen on this. You might stop and investigate that. Here's one with the big piece of iron. Here's the other one that is target 3. So we're falsing off something over here. Actual coin is not being picked up. And then 4 right here. Nothing gets this. And you can see we're all low numbers on that one. And then here's 5th one, which the Vanquish can get pretty much all the way around. But for the most part, the Vortex struggles with it, other than that one little direction there. So we'll see what improves with the update. Okay, now that we've done the tests and you've seen how the Garrett VX9 compares to the Vanquish 340, pretty much proven machine, has been out for a long time. I hope that Garrett will take that information and update the machine so that it will better compete with the stuff that's on the market. Now, maybe the update that they're doing this coming week, where they're going to Fix the problem with the ID cutting out on deeper coins. That may very well fix that. And then I've also heard that they're going to do some recovery speed improvements. So we may get all that fixed, and I'll do a follow-up video to show you how the new update works on the VX9 compared to the old one. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.